is our protagonist, although that is not immediately clear. And he has just returned to St. Petersburg after having spent a lot of time being educated abroad, and he's kind of awkward, and all the society people are like, this is why you don't educate your children abroad, because he is the bastard son of one of the richest men in St. Petersburg, and he is staying with his cousin Prince Vasily, who's like, you've got to quit hanging out with these guys that you've been hanging out with, like they're just drunks and like nobody respects them, and like nobody's respecting you because you're hanging out with them, so just like knock it off or whatever. And Pierre is like, you know what, thank you for saying that, good point, I had been thinking the same thing, I should cut back on my drinking, and like, you're right, you got it, effective tonight, I'm not gonna hang out with those guys anymore. Prince Vasily's like, okay, great, cool, good night. And Pierre gets in his carriage to go back to where he is staying, and he's in his carriage and he's like, you know, I'm just not tired. I wonder what those guys are doing. No, I promised my cousin I wasn't gonna hang out with them anymore. I gave him my word of honor. But then he remembers that the previous night he'd given his word of honor to those guys that he would come hang out with them again, and he is like, you could die at any moment. So like, what even is a word of honor? And so he goes to the party, and it's all dudes, and he opens the door, and this guy is like, you gotta drink this whole bottle of wine. And Pierre's like, okay, and he like starts to drink it, but he doesn't really want to drink like the whole bottle of wine right there, and the guy's like, drink the wine. Pierre's like, I will finish it eventually. And all kinds of other ruckus is going on, and then Pierre ends up picking up this small bear that is at the party and doing a waltz with it. And then later you find out that after that part of the party, they took the bear and they went to a house of ill repute. And then when the policeman was like, you can't bring a bear in here with the prostitutes, they tied the policeman to the bear and they threw them both in the river. And so now some of them can't go back to St. Petersburg for a while.